Good morning, everyone. So, part of our past semester was based on an intensive mapping block, which definitely fits into this crowd. Our group was assigned various research projects. Jim and I ended up with the locating and tracking of abandoned wells here in Tioga County, Pennsylvania. I realize that to some people, this may not be something of relevance. However, with over 200,000 known and unknown locations, this is kind of an important thing. When you are in a situation to where you're developing and exploring new areas, the potential to communicate with one of these old wells is very high. Without knowing where they are, you've just created an ecological nightmare, inadvertently, because no one knows where these are, much less whether they're plugged or when they were plugged. Our study area is based in Tioga County. As you can see, we are right on the New York State border. It was a nice little drive to come down here on Sunday. With our data sources, DEP was an excellent beginning point. Currently in Tioga County, according to their sources, there's 82 abandoned and orphaned wells. The Sierra Club is working with other universities to locate these in areas outside of our study. The oil and gas industry reports from 1951 to 1994. Now, the reason why these dates are pretty important is prior to 1951, actually 1952, there was no reason, there was no permitting, there was nothing. You didn't have to record where you drilled into the earth. If you struck out, you moved on. Thank you. And guided crowdsourcing. We'll get to that a little bit later. Now, our project was based in 3 different categories. Initially, the creation of a reporting application, which will allow average users, average individuals, coming across these abandoned wells to report them. The next portion of it is an accessible map open to the general public to know where these are. The third portion, which was Jim's work, is an application that allows new stakeholders, people looking to buy property in areas where we have these abandoned wells, to know within about 32 miles how many wells are near them, their status, who owns them, what property they're on. Our reporting application, AWARE, Abandoned Well Assisted Reporting Environment. This is a simple drop-down box that within our application, which is also mobile friendly as well as desktop friendly. You can have, for people doing the gas well exploration, and right now we're only in Tioga County. We're expanding throughout the state. It just might take us a couple weeks. Your own employees coming across things like this can report these wells. The drop-down information, casing materials, any identifying marks, the name of landowner, and the reporting source themselves. Once we have this information, we can then go out, field verify, all right, this is what we're seeing, and then move it on to the next one. Dog. I know. It fits, believe me. Where the dog on the lawn? We'll get to that. Documented abandoned well geodatabase. Now, the really nice thing about this setup When you're within the application itself and in the mapping aspect, you can click on any one of those dots. You have a pop-up. That pop-up gives you multiple windows. Your first window is the well, its history, land ownership, company ownership if known. The next portion of that window is your watershed area. Where's the water going to go to? In the event of a top-end event, or you have some degree of communication, the people using this can already get an idea, okay, this is where our ecological impact is going to start, and then we can apply preventative measures from there in a much quicker time frame. Lastly is lawn, local area well navigator. This is the one to where, as Jim was enjoying working on this, for someone looking to buy property. Now, again, we're only in Talbot County. Once we expand throughout the state, anywhere within the state, you'll be able to open up this app and know, all right, I have 5 abandoned wells near this really awesome property, or there's 6 within a 20-mile radius. And with the same aspects of the others, of the prior map, you can click on those points and they will walk you through. This is when it was put on the DEP abandoned well list. This is when it was plugged. Oh, it's not plugged. It's a gas well, it's an oil well. Who owns it? Other universities are taking on very similar projects to this. What has really set us apart is the fact that we're not sending out a survey, we're not sending out an email, we're not waiting for people to come to us, we're going to them. Reaching out to land stakeholders, going to county fairs, going to the sportsman shows, to where you're dealing with the hunters, the fishermen, people who are out there walking the land. In agriculture, you're dealing with the people who work the land, the people that know it inside and out. And also, our website, which takes you directly to the project itself.
How do I switch back to that?
I think that if you just minimize your PowerPoint. Oh, okay. Try to explore it, and we have it up there.
And there we are. Now, this is the website that was developed for the research project. Let's take them right through step by step.
Yep.
It's just going around a little bit slow, because we're on our little stuff here.
All right, we're going. This is a brief synopsis of our entire project, brief bit of rationale for those that aren't involved in the industry, and the importance behind it. Essential contact information, sources cited. The next portions are where the real fun begins. Well, let's just go right to Doc. And
Just continue, see if it'll let you through.
there we are. So with the development of this, there was a lot of different aspects that we looked at working with. What is someone going to need to know? Is someone really going to want to know the latitude and longitude? Are they going to want to know the USGS quadrant? So we went through the various attributes tables and focused on property owner, age of the well, and then well status itself. We are still loading. All right.
If there's a lot of data, the wireless is just going to take too long.
Okay. All right. What we'll do is we'll flip over to the other one.
The lawn or where?
Go right to the recording. Next.
Oh, you want,
Yeah, right there. So the beginning process is aware and the reporting application itself. Now this will take the standard user, standard person, point by point by point, how to access this, how to set it up, how to make the report. And again, once this has been made, it's only our research team that can access this information. Once we've verified it, it moves on to dog and then to lawn. So this has been an incredible amount of work. But what we really changed it up is the way we're reaching out to people and how we're reaching out to people. And if anyone has any questions, well, we're open to them.
Did you guys do the website yourself, your own design, or did you bring in some folks from the IT department to help you with web design, or is this all organic within your?
This is all organic within